Hello there once again, YouTubers. Today we have another nice item here from the 50s, 1958, 1959. This is a Silvertone Manumatic, and this one differs from the last one I put on in that it is not stereo like the other model. This is monaural. It has two 4-inch speakers in the front here, and as we look at the controls, this is our tone control, our switch between radio and phonograph, and this is our volume control. Along the side is the tuning for the AM radio. So there's one side, clearly a suitcase, and here's the other side. If you'll notice, it has kind of a jet age looking case, which is kind of nice. It's in a turquoise kind of color with a white and turquoise striped top. And when we look inside, clearly there it is, Silvertone dual speaker Manumatic, high fidelity 4-speed. And if we look down here in the corner, this is a model 9039, and this is a 4-speed player, automatic in 45 and 16 speed. And this one turned out to be somewhat a ball buster for me here. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong with this one. I rebuilt the radio portion of it, only to find out when I put it all back together again there was a problem with one of the speakers, so I had to tear it apart again and play with that. I had a problem with the changer in that the belt that drives the automatic portion of the 45 and 16 auto drop is enlarged and no good, so we're going to play just the 78 in this model. You got to see the 45 drop in the STEREO Manumatic version. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try the radio. Right now it's set on the radio.
Romney says he will not try to raise campaign money from his disagreement
we'll tune it on the side.
On that issue.
I know for many people it's being...
We read together from God's Word, the Bible. Tell the jury that the night then Senator Barack Obama won the Iowa caucus. They as well. Tickets 860-22. Obama's gas prices were his worst. Pentagon say the military and the intelligence community are doing everything.
Well, clearly you get to see what I'm talking about. We're going to go to the phonograph position. So we're going to switch it over to 78. And we're going to play an RCA Victor record, an old one called Woodman Spare That Tree by Phil Harris and his orchestra. Kind of a nice record, kind of a cool tune. And this one, as I said, is manual when it comes to the 33s and the 78s. It actually sounds very, very good. I replaced the cartridge in this one here, so we're going to go ahead and do a play in 78.
Volume control. Near our house. It's been there quite some time. Now the tree is a slippery elm tree and awful hard to climb. But when my wife gets after me in that tree, I always roost. Well, I can go right up it just like a healthy squirrel. I don't never need no boost. But the other day, a woodman came round to chop my refuse down. Kept mumbling something about wanting to split it into kindling wood and then spread it around the town. I said to him, I said, look here, my friend, hold on, desist, whoa, stop. Put down that forest razor. Chop not a single chop. Woodman, spare that tree, touch not a single bough. 3 years it has protected me, and I'll protect it now. Go chop an oak, get a birch or pine, but save old Slippery there, that's mine. That's the only tree that my wife can't climb, Mr. Woodman. Spare it for me. I said, Woody, can you see that hole way up near that old treetop? I got $5 in soft money up there, and it's yours if you refuse to chop. Now, no one can climb that tree but me because, really, friend, it's too slippery. The fact of the matter is I can't get up there very well myself unless my wife is after me. Now, get my wife to proceed to call her a very naughty word, then all you do is stand by while I do that imitation of a bird. Now, you ain't gonna know just where I go, that is, while my wife's around. But the only thing I ask you, Mr. Woodman, if you don't see me here on the ground, Woody, you gonna spare that tree, touch not a single bough, because I'm gonna drop old 5 down to D, the one I promised thou. Oh, but you must make that axe behave, because old Slippery there just must be saved. That's a borderline between me and the grave. Mr. Woodman, spare it. Spare that tree for me.
And there you go. So we'll just take and lift her on up. And like I said, I would normally have played the 45 for you and showed you how it dropped, but unfortunately the belt in there needs to be replaced. This is a combination of idler and belt inside. The belt is what drives the 45 and the 16 RPM. And you'll notice right along the side here we have a neutral position, which is kind of nice, so we can take the idler off the wheel. 78, auto 45, 33, and auto 16, and this is the reject. Now, unlike most rejects in most players, this one you actually have to hold over to the left until it grabs the cam on the underside of the plastic turntable. And these were obviously cheaply made. I mean, why else would you put a plastic turntable on something like this? This has a standard 5-tube radio in it. You know, it's the All-American 5. And actually, it's a pretty nice piece, and it's pretty rare, too. These aren't often seen. In fact, the Manumatics, period, aren't often seen. Currently, I have the stereo version, and I have this dual-speaker high-fidelity version. And clearly, there it is, hi-fi. Now, there are at least 2 other versions that I'm aware of. In fact, 3 other versions that I'm aware of in the Manumatics, including just an attachment. I'm hoping at some point to get them in my collection as well. And if any of you have one of those items out there that you don't see in my collection here, I'd be very interested. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed seeing something different. The reason I wanted this primarily is because it has the similar cam system to the RCA RP168 mechanism. So there you go. Another beautiful piece of history. I certainly hope you enjoyed it.